Welcome to the All Inclusive Podcast. I am your host, Shy, and today we have Chelsea C. Ray. She is a big author. Big author.
Big dog.
Big dog.
Big
Okay?
writer.
Listen.
Big writer.
Welcome to the All Inclusive Podcast.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes. I am excited because I'm ready to just dive in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready. What
Yeah.
you want? What you want? What you want?
Listen, so you are a big author.
Yes.
Just dropped your first book.
First book, the first one of many.
First one of many.
Yes.
We've known each other for many
Many
years.
moons.
Listen,
Many
so we got a
summers.
lot to catch up on.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes.
Your first book is called Money Makes Me Come.
Yes. Money Make Me Calm. Make sure y'all go get it on Amazon. It's only $10.
Only $10.
$10. Yes. Only $10.
Okay.
Yes.
If you get smoke weed,
If you
get the
can
book.
pay $40 to get into a hookah club, you can pay $10 for my book.
You can get 4 of them.
Yeah, you get a lot of them for real. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah. Well, you got add tax, but still 4
Yeah,
of them.
right, yeah.
You got add, you know.
Yes.
So, I'm excited because kind of like life is like coming full circle.
Mm-hmm.
I remember us talking and you saying you want to write a book.
Mm-hmm.
Me saying I want to start a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And look at us.
Wrote a book and got a podcast.
And now you on the book.
On the podcast, talk about the book.
Full circle.
I love a circle.
Yes.
I love a circle. It's never been a square. I love a circle.
So, let's like dive into this book.
Okay.
Money makes me come.
Money make me calm.
Money make me come.
Mm-hmm.
You know, black people always ask to say
Yeah, it's
that.
got a money makes me comes. Yes.
Yes.
That's the title of the book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. I tried to come up with a different title for the book like 1,000 times, but something about Money Make Me Come just stuck. It kept picking at me, and then money being a character in the book.
Wait a minute, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
Because when I first heard the title,
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this about to be some exotic.
No. It's not one sex scene in any of the books, the projects that I have coming. I leave that to Zane.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was very young, I'm not gonna say my age on here because I know the internet is real iffy about ages, but I was very young reading Zane books, and just how descriptive she was, just talking about the simplest act of sex.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that is an art. It is an art.
Yes.
And I wasn't going to tap into something that I haven't really experienced yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wham bam thank you ma'am.
Okay.
Now I could put that. I could describe sex as that.
Okay.
Wham bam thank you ma'am. But to be as descriptive, that is an art, and that's why I respect her so well as an author to have such a breakdown of one of the most intimate parts of like yourself, or between two people, or between multiple people.
Whatever
floats your boat.
Whatever your flow is. Yes, whatever your flow is.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I wonder what this is about to be about.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read 1.5 pages.
Okay.
And I was like, oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Plot twist.
Yeah, plot twist. I wanted to like I said, this was my first book, and I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Mm-hmm.
All of what you have, or what you guys, my readers, have in your hands, that is not written anywhere. That is literally me sitting at a laptop going and going and going and going. And the Chelsei Ray sitting in the movie theater in her mind. And if it was the ever when it hits the screens, I wrote it as if that's how I would like to see it.
Okay.
On the screen.
I like
so
it.
That's what I write all of my writings on, with, especially with my next one. But we'll get to that if you want to get to that.
Yes.
But the idea is written somewhere between the whole thing between Money and Celeste. That is an idea. I don't even think that the idea was or had names to it, to my characters. But literally, what you guys have in your hands is literally me just proofreading, going back, reading the last 2 pages, and me coming from that. That is not written anywhere.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Yes. So let's dig into the main characters.
Okay. Who you want to talk about first?
Money.
Let's talk.
I can't stand his ass.
See, the crazy thing is, money is so many of my homeboys and men that I've dated in the past, currently, or future will be dating or marry or whatever the case may be. What I built money around and what I wanted specifically my female readers to get that. Yes, you read the book and you want Celeste to stop dealing with somebody like money.
Right, but
in real life, you're not going to stop dealing with a nigga like money. You would never stop that. That assertiveness, that mystery about him, him ducking off and coming back, because ultimately women want to know if a man cares. So if money just would have disappeared and went on about his business and never came back, or came with some like calmness, girls would have been flipping out. No, he coming up, and he's showing out every time he sees you.
Every time. But this is when we talk about being toxic. Okay. Like the real reason, the real definition of being toxic.
Yes.
Yes. People use the word toxic. They use a lot of words now that they don't even understand. Right. But he really is a toxic figure. He's he's abusive, not just physically, but emotionally, yes, verbally. Yes. He's disrespectful. And you saying some women like that.
Yes, a lot of women like that. A lot of men like that from females. Wow. Because I'm not a male, but I was able to, the most fun part of writing a book is to be able to have character development.
Right.
And to put all of those, because it's pieces of Chelsei Ray up in money.
Oh, Chelsei.
I'm not going to say.
No. When I read the book, it was so many times I was like, yo.
Yeah.
But they got to know you.
Yes. Yes.
To, like really know
me, yes. And that's a conversation that I had literally last night with a friend of mine. We were talking and I had asked her, did you read the book? How you felt about it? She said, yes. She was telling me what part she was on. And she said, what I love about the book is that I hear you in it.
Yeah. I could hear, yeah.
If you know me, you know me.
Yeah.
If you hear, or when you get to know me or whatever the case may be, you're going to understand how much of a thorough storyteller I am.
That is true.
Sips Mad Dog 2020.
Listen. So when I saw money, I read money, I saw him.
That's what I wanted.
I literally saw him.
That's what I wanted.
From all of his actions. I even in my mind pictured what he looked like.
Yes. Yes.
Like what clothes he wore, what cologne he wore.
Baccarat. Baccarat. All toxic men wear Baccarat. That's why my mind is so far gone in writing, because I've done thousands of things, but with writing it was so fun to literally, like I said, sit in my movie theater of a mind, kick my feet up, and watch these characters come to life.
Yes.
Yes. Because there's no particular face that I could put on money, but I know he got a beard. I know he got weight on him. I know what he smell like. I know he drive a Baltimore car. Whatever. Whatever. Maybe a maybe a Honda.
The coupe.
The coupe.
The coupe. The coupe.
2 pipes. 2 pipes. But I wanted people, even people that are from New York and Wisconsin and LA and Texas. I want them, they know a money. Everybody knows a money. Everybody knows a money. But yeah, I love money.
You love money?
I love money.
He make you come.
Money make me calm. Money make me calm, girl. I ain't gonna hold you.
So Money is one of the characters, but then we
Mm-hmm.
got Celeste,
Yes, Miss Celeste Daniels. She
a
is,
boss.
yes, she's very much a boss.
Mm-hmm.
She is somebody that I that's my homegirl. That's my BFF. Like that's my BFF. She dumb.
Mm-hmm.
She got her stuff together, but she keeps that window at that revolving door spinning for whatever happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to make sure that I'm not ever going to write anything about a woman being battered and a man comes into her life and messes her whole life up and that's that and the third. No, I wanted a woman who, yeah, this happened, but she continued on.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wasn't going to make it, oh, she's a woman that's taking care of men. No, these men have money.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce had money. Money
Right.
had money.
Right.
Everybody got money. Everybody had something going on.
Right. Right.
But it gets real up there.
Yeah.
It gets real up there. Yeah, it definitely it get real up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that I peeped about Celeste is that on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
she looked very well put together.
She is. She works out.
Mm-hmm.
She carries herself well.
Mm-hmm.
When all of the turmoil comes her way,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot for her.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, but he cool though.
Yeah.
Like, all right, he mess up. He gonna mess up. You know,
Mhm.
this is what happens. This is what's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a let it happen.
Right.
I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah. But on the inside, she has a revolving door, like
Yes.
you said, and she attracts the same man, just in a different body.
Mm-hmm.
We drank to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um. So, what made you write that as her character?
Because I wanted to see how I look on paper,
Ooh.
how I respond to life on paper,
Mm.
and if and when it happens for me, what would that look like? What would that feel like? What
Mhm.
would my friends look like? Would my
Mhm.
friends have businesses? Would my the men that I'm involved with, would they have businesses and it looks all good and it feels good, but do I want to keep doing that?
Mhm.
I got all this. Am
Mhm.
I good with just my business or am I good with having my business, but I also feel that empty, empty, empty? Because I feel like people like Oprah, you know, we want Oprah to get married. Everybody feels like Oprah should be getting married. But if Stedman wasn't there, Oprah would still be Oprah.
Right. Right. Right.
You know? And I wanted, you know, Jay-Z can do whatever. Beyonce still gonna be B.
Right.
Big B.
Right.
So I don't know. I just rocked with it. It was something that I just had to see myself on paper
Mhm.
and put my feelings on paper about everything. I can't dive too deep into it
Yeah.
but yeah.
Because I noticed that you even implemented your daughter's name.
Yes. I put Chloe, big Chloe Ray. I put
Yes.
Chloe in there. I had to.
Yeah.
And she big time. She's the biggest boss of the book. Even though she
Mhm.
comes later on, she's
Yeah.
the biggest boss of the book.
Yeah.
You know, she has her daytime television and she's looking for the next big thing.
Mhm.
And she sees it and she wants it and she wants to keep it going
Mhm.
regardless of, you know, she says stay out of that personal stuff.
Right.
I just want y'all to do what I want y'all, you know,
Right.
what looks good to me.
Mm.
Just keep going. I think y'all can benefit each other, even though y'all in the space that y'all in. But
Right.
whatever. That's just what it is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So how did your daughter respond to you?
Me writing a book.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell her.
Mm.
I'm sure she saw the papers around, but I didn't tell her until it was fully up on Instagram. On Amazon.
Okay.
After I had put the things together, and we were in the car, and I was like, well, you know, Chloe, we gotta have our talk. And I just think that, and I've been wanting to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm always chasing a dream.
Mhm.
So, and I showed her, and she was looking, and she was like, a book, a book, a book, like a book, which is the same reaction that I got from everybody. And when I got the book and showed her when it came to the house, and it was I had opened the package and showed her, she was like, oh, like, you really did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just always thinks that I'm just the coolest thing, because yes, I get up and go to work and I have a career and all of that, but when I'm still able to chase my dream, I'm cool to her.
Yeah.
I got a big daughter.
Yeah. And then you're showing her that no matter what,
No matter what,
no matter what,
no matter what, if you want to do it, just do it.
Mhm.
And put it out there. And what's the worst that can happen? Somebody don't like it.
Yeah.
And
right.
you keep
That was
going.
your dream, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You keep going.
Yeah.
You keep just putting all of your what if it keeps nicking at you, do it. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop.
Listen.
It's not gonna stop.
You remember sitting on my couch.
Yes.
And me talking about the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Nevaeh is 9 now.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a baby. She
wasn't a baby.
Even 1.
No, she wasn't. No.
She wasn't even 1. And I started the podcast in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When it keeps
nicking at you. Your dreams are never going to leave you alone. What you really want to do and your passion, and it shows up in your dream, and it shows up. You could be walking down the hallway, or you be walking down the street, and you see and you feel it, and it doesn't stop picking with you.
Yeah.
You gotta tap into it, because something very much something is calling you to do it.
Right.
And I remember, I'm gonna tell you when I knew that I had to be creative. I've seen The Color Purple 1,000 times. I'll never forget this. I've seen The Color Purple 1,000 times. I can recite it word for word. One day I was watching it, and I noticed how the camera angles were, and how the wind blew and the trees blew, and the angles that Danny Glover was in, and Whoopi Goldberg was in, and Suge Avery, and all of that. And I had never looked at the movie as art before. I had never looked at it as pure like art. We've always just like, you show is ugly. Like you never looked. But I remember watching it, and I was like, that is pretty. It was just, I think that's when the whole like the imagination kicked in again, because I've always had imagination.
Absolutely.
I've always had imagination, but that's when it kicked in. That's when it kicked in for me.
Talking about imagination, I remember talking to you about acting, and how you was like, Kara, I'm gonna act. So where you at with that part of your life?
I want to act. I am what Hollywood is missing.
Period.
I'm what Hollywood is missing. I love the actresses and actors that we have now, but they're getting old. And even the fresh faces of Hollywood, they are getting old. I'm tired of it. I am what Hollywood is missing. All I need is a chance. And all I need is a chance. That's it. I don't care what I have to do, but I won't be put to sleep like a pit bull puppy to get my body done. That's the only thing I won't do.
Okay.
I won't do that. But if it's my work, I want to have creative control, and then everybody else can do everything else. But if I'm acting, it just give me a chance. That's it. Put me in whatever.
How big or small
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I know, like, I've learned, like, camera, and I know it. I know it. It's no denying it that I know it. Yeah. It's no denying. When we had the church play, Cleo. When we had a church play, and I was Diamond, and this one right here was Cleo, and I had remembered every single word at that church play. I ain't forget it. I knew everybody else's word. Like, I remembered every single word. But it's something about that camera. It's something about that stage. It's something about that audience. It's something about oh, you did good. You did good. That is something about that.
Yeah.
It's something about that.
And like you said, it keeps gnawing at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You can come back here and be like, yeah.
Yeah. I did it.
Because guess what? When you come back here, it's gonna be a bigger. Listen.
This is big.
This is
I ain't gonna hold you. This right here is big.
Thank you. Shout out to Digital Empath Studios where I record. Digital Empath is definitely one of the best experiences that I've had. Like as far as professionalism and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like, really, really great. Black owned, black man owned, and I'm just going to support us.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
for sure.
But yeah, I thank you. I appreciate.
The quality.
Yeah.
The quality of it. Even because I was like, all right, let me really tap into, like I told you yesterday, let me really tap into the podcast. Let me see what questions I might expect or whatever the case may be, and just me walking in here and seeing on the TV and the camera and do y'all like y'all angles and the thing.
Yeah.
Even that I was like, hold on. Like this is okay. I can get used to this. You know, this is what I like.
Yes.
But yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That is so big. Listen.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah. It feels even better when it's from people that have known me before this. Because people see this and they're like, oh, this is great. But I'm not really a talker. I'm not really a talker. Like, I'm more introverted than what people think I am. Not the mad dog. When I'm comfortable around you, of course I'm going to talk when I'm comfortable.
Right, but don't say that you're not a talker. Kara, you are very much a talker. That's like me saying, I'm not much of a talker. Please. I love a conversation.
When I'm comfortable.
Okay.
When I'm comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one of these are my cameras?
Right. So let's dive a little bit deeper into what's next for you.
Okay. So what's next is I have another book coming in the summer. It is a totally different story than Money Make Me Come.
This needs a part 2. I want to throw that.
You are the 5th person who has said that. And so I'll do part 2 later in the year.
Okay.
I promised a couple people I will do part 2 later in the year.
Okay.
So now, because I'm actually not wrapping up the book, but I'm very deep into something right now. And I also have to still gather an idea for part 2 to happen.
Okay.
But the next one is called Big Sister Little Brother. I feel like I got something on my hands. I feel like I got something on my hands with that one, with Money Make Me Come. But I really think I have something on my hands with Big Sister Little Brother. And all I can say right now is, because it's too good. The backstory is too good, but it talks about the dynamic between a big sister and her love and sometimes her sacrifice for her little brother. And I feel like we always get the big brother and, oh, don't nobody touch my little sister. It's my little sister. Don't touch her. But let's talk about the big sister fooling with a knucklehead of a little brother. And, standing up for foolishness. Coming to crossroads where you either got to choose your livelihood, your good livelihood, or you want to be out here with your knucklehead brother and both y'all knuckleheads. Both y'all looking crazy. What do you want to do?
Right.
So, but that's what I have. I'm thinking about doing an audio for Money Make Me Come.
Okay.
And having other voices on there, not just mine. I'm going to really look into that. That's something that I really want to do. And also, I want to see something on screen. I want to tap into that movie world, that directing role, seeing how I feel about it.
Okay.
I think I really want to see something on
Well,
screen.
hit me up for one of these characters.
Oh, yeah. You could be
Shit,
Letty.
I could be Money.
Shout out to the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ
Listen.
community, but you cannot be Money Camera. You cannot. If I do a remix, then yeah, then you could be
The
Money.
remake.
Yeah, the remake. You
The
could be.
remake.
You could be part 6. Yeah, but we can't. I can't cast you as Money. Not just yet. You know, I'm just getting out there. But
I feel like you don't have DEI.
no,
No.
not
right now?
not right now.
Okay. Gotcha.
Not right
That's
now.
coming.
That's coming.
That's coming.
If
Okay.
the contracts is if black and white, if I'm bending, you know, me and my assistant, because I already got a team. Shout out to Brittany Watts. She already know. If the black and white is right, then we on it. We on it.
Right.
Because I've already got a team. I already started building my team and telling people, like, I've been telling Brittany for years, like, if I ever make it, I'm calling you. So be ready.
It's funny because now I'm building my team, rebuilding in a way, and my team is tight.
What you got going on next?
What
you got going on next? You want the summer to be yours? Because I feel like the summer can really be yours for real. I ain't gonna hold you.
I got some things going on. I actually have a vending opportunity.
Okay.
Outside of Baltimore at a conference.
That's the conference you were telling me about.
Yeah, the conference. And I've literally been working with my creative. I don't know. I guess she's like a creative director.
Okay. If you need a creative writer.
Right.
If you need a creative writer.
She's really been on her game.
Okay.
I mean, I gave her ideas of how I want my table to look. And every week she's hitting me with, hey, I got this done, got that done.
Okay.
And so I actually had her on 2 weeks ago, her and her husband, Matt and Tia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Tia, I guess she's sort of like my official, unofficial creative director.
Okay.
She's definitely.
I'm here for it.
Listen.
Hey Tia, hey Matt.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. I also have my videographer who's going down with me.
Okay. Vlog.
Yeah, something like that.
Thank you.
Something like that.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thanks for Chakkera's vlog.
Monkey Boy.
Okay.
Entertainment. She has done
Randy.
some of Randy.
Okay.
Yeah, Randy. So shout out to Randy.
Randy's forever. Elementary school.
Randy is such an amazing person.
She is. I agree.
So I have her going down.
Okay.
And then
where is it?
It's in Atlanta.
Okay. Oh. Now let me tell you something. Don't get down to Atlanta and get no moving ideas, because I know y'all Baltimoreans have this thing where y'all smell Atlanta air and don't want to come back to home. I know how y'all
I love home, but I won't be moving to Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta is too fast paced for me.
Baltimore's not?
I really be in the house, like, I would work and then I would come home. It's not much like interacting that I do outside of work and home.
Okay, that's understandable.
And so, I mean, when we were going out, Chelsei, we were in our 20s.
I know.
Right. We're in our 30s now. I'm
mid-30s. I'll be 35 this year.
And I just turned 35. So
we old.
We aunties now. Apparently.
I want to be a YN or a YB.
A YB.
I want to be a YB.
Right.
I want to go back. No, I don't. I'm tired. These knees.
Right.
These knees.
So I have that going on. And I have another project.
Okay.
That I'm working on. That I've actually chose a date to release it.
Okay.
So
you working? You busy?
I'm productive.
Booked and busy.
Yeah, I'm productive. I'm grateful because this is my dream. And like I was telling you, at 35, I feel like I'm peaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I feel that.
I'm peaking.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Walking in purpose is lonely,
Yes.
but it is so worth it.
It feels good.
Whew.
It feels good. Like when it's a difference because I've done comedy, I've done hosting,
Right.
I've done acting, I've done podcasting, I've been a freelance podcaster. Something different hit about this book.
Yeah.
Like something different. I don't know, because I've always had support before. But it was crazy. What is crazy is that I'll see people that I haven't seen in a long time, and they'll say, "Oh, well, you still doing this? You still doing comedy? You still doing this? You still doing this and the third?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, no, I don't know. Whatever." But the book, I feel like, has gotten so much so much of a different response that I've never gotten before, that I've never received before.
Yeah.
And I was having a conversation with my captain last week, and when the book had dropped or whatever the case may be, and I said, "Do you have Amazon?" She like, "Yeah." So I said, "Can I see your phone real quick?" So I typed in "Money Make Me Come" and showed her the cover of the book, and she looked like, "This you dropped the book?
Yeah.
You come to work every day. You work overtime. You wrote a book?" "Yes." "Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote a book."
Yeah.
And that is the reaction that I've gotten, that I've gotten so many times. Like, "Chelsei, you really got a book." And when I was able to first get my hands on it, I was with my friend Tony, and we were reading it, and she was like, she started reading it, and then she was like, she put it down. She said, "Oh, congratulations." I said, "For what?" "Whatever's about to happen. Whatever's about to happen."
Yeah.
And I just kind of laughed it off. I'm like, "Oh, okay, whatever." I'm off the Don Julio. Like, okay, whatever. And then I had another, Don. I had another conversation with somebody else, and she was like, like, this could happen. This right here, like, get ready to do it. Get ready to do it.
Yeah.
You wanted it. Here it is. You see the response that you getting. Get ready for the life that you've been talking about, that you joke about, that you try to be oh so humble. Yes. But you be like, low key, like, "Chelsei, you can go. And we gonna be here.
Right.
We gonna reach you on." And I just want everybody, even you, just go. If you go.
Go. Yeah. I really appreciate that. And when we talked, this week?
Yes.
When we talked this week, we talked for a minute.
Yes.
We talked
multiple times since last Friday.
Yes. We talked for a minute.
Yeah, since I dropped it.
Yeah. And I just, when I reflect and I think about how I'm coming up on 2 years of the pod.
Okay.
And I don't really look at views. I stopped doing that a long time ago.
I stopped looking at my numbers.
Yeah, don't look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Because see, the real impact is not in numbers all the time. And so when I reflect and I think about it, and I'm like, oh my God, June is about to be here, and then what the new project is about to be, and we talked about that.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, whew, I gotta get ready.
Yeah.
I gotta get ready for what is gonna come. And it's great that you said, your captain was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Like,
I got a question for you too. Go ahead.
Okay. Because my current boss is pretty much a business mentor to me.
Okay.
And so even when things are personally happening in my life, and she just like, I don't care what's going on. You better not quit that. You know what I'm saying? And so that is big, that you have support from your captain.
Yes.
Yeah. That's huge. Yeah. What's the question?
I'm my question is, are you afraid of success?
I'm actually not. It was a time that I was afraid of success.
Okay.
It was a time that I thought it's so crazy you asked that because last week I posted something and it was in my spirit and I was like, when people see that you don't play about yourself, they know they can't play with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, coupled that with um, accountability is the biggest part in my growth of self esteem
Okay.
because I feel like a lot of people that are afraid of success, it's not really fear, it's the fact that they don't see their self there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I mean peaking, I'm not just talking about, oh, the part, oh, a new project. I'm talking about I'm peaking in life.
Mm-hmm.
And it has nothing to do with things.
Mm-hmm.
It has everything to do with I literally see myself walking in everything that God has for me.
Amen.
Everything.
Hallelujah. Salvation. That praise and worship.
Yes. Listen, it is Good Friday.
Yeah, it is Good Friday.
Because guess what? He got up.
Amen.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. I got up. Yes, he did. But I only asked that question because, like, I am my thing is I'm afraid of that it just might work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid. Like if I do comedy, if I'm on stage and me doing comedy is like, okay, I get up there, I do what I do, I make people laugh, I come down, I might, oh, you did good, you did good, you did good. Oh, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, can I work with you? Whoa, what?
Right.
What you mean you want to work with me? Why? But it's like I'm not so afraid of it now because it's like, Chelsei, you dream it, you eat it, you think about it, you want it, and you know when you get to that point or you get to that opportunity. I just want, honestly, if I ever had a meeting with any writers, Lena Waithe, Ava Hardaway, what's her name?
Duvernay.
Where I get Hardaway from? I don't know. Ava Duvernay. Lena Waithe, Tiana Taylor, Jordan Peele, Tyler Perry. Listen, I'm telling you now, I'm coming in there with a box full of papers, of stories, of movies, of sitcoms, of podcasts, of specials, anything. That's what I'm coming in there with a box of. And I'm going to spread it out. I don't care how much it's faded out because I'm going to still keep writing. My composition books that's filled up, my diary books that's filled up, literally a box full of writings.
So you don't think that God has given you all of these visions and all this a creative mindset for you to just sit there? Because there is and you know me.
Yeah.
It's about the shift right now.
I leave the bad dog alone.
It's about the shift right now. So this is the thing. God put it inside of you before he even birthed you. Everybody is created with a purpose, right? And there are gifts that we have. And see, a lot of times, because we've grown up in church, a lot of times, what is
contrary to belief.
Right.
Right. Contrary to belief.
Big Dykin over here.
Okay.
But
I ain't,
So, but God has a sense of humor. So
yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Yes,
and I know
does.
he has a sense of humor because he created me, and I got a sense of humor.
He played too much.
Well,
he plays real bad.
Right. So, this is the thing. Like, before you were even born, you had a purpose.
Mhm.
He created you differently.
Mhm.
And if he's going to give you all these witty ideas,
Yeah.
it's to impact a generation.
Yeah.
Like, it's bigger than just Chelsea writing a book.
Yeah.
It's a generation that's waiting for you, because guess what? The next generation can't fulfill what they need to fulfill because you ain't fulfilling what you need to fulfill.
Mhm. That's scary. I'm not even gonna hold you.
It's scary, but when you walk in it,
Yeah.
when you walk in it and you just having faith
Yeah.
in it, and this podcast is nothing but my faith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing but my faith.
Yeah.
Like, I walk in here, I'm excited, but there have been tears some days.
Mhm.
There have been frustration some days. There have
Mhm.
been cancellations. There's been shifts that I've had to make.
Mhm.
That, let me tell you, shifts that I had to make that I didn't want to make.
Yeah.
And you and I talked about this
Yes.
this week.
Yes. Yeah.
It looks so easy for me to come on here as a solo host,
Mhm.
but that wasn't the vision that I had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it shifted.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
I'm walking into it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now I'm walking into
Mhm.
what the shift was.
Yeah.
Not angry, not pissed off,
Yeah.
not with animosity.
Yeah. I feel
I'm
that.
more mad, not now, but I was more upset about shifts that happened because I felt like after I had to make the shift,
Mhm.
I wasn't supported.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. You know we talked about that.
We talked about it.
Yeah. 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 You never want to feel like you getting too big for the program,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And when I got to be careful with my words. You never want to feel like you get too big for the program, but when other people make you bigger than the program, not on purpose, it becomes a problem for other people. So,
I'm gonna receive that.
yeah, for Faith, for me, doing all that I've done
Mm-hmm.
for how long I have done it, the book was a mustard seed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There you go.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you put in a position where it's like, all right, you want it so bad. What? You got to do your part.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do your part.
Yeah.
Because I know God is like, Chelsei, you got to do your part on everything, not just the
Yeah.
book, life, period.
Right.
You got to do your part. If you
Faith
want me to
without
move,
works.
Yeah.
Work.
yeah,
You gotta put
work.
that
Yeah,
work.
you got to put that work in.
You gotta put that work in.
Absolutely. And it was like, and I mean, I was crying when I was done with the cover and everything and loading it up, and I just was like, oh, I just did that.
Mm-hmm.
If I sell 5 copies, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If I sell 10, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Until I got to work yesterday and the lady said, "Oh, I tried to order my book, but it was on back order." So now it's like, all right, mustard seed,
Yeah.
do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come with another mustard seed.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna come with another one.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever it takes me, I'll go.
Yeah.
Cause it's just, I mean, if that's what it is, and that's what I mean, I just gotta go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go against God, and I can't question him.
Yeah. Well, you can ask some questions.
I can ask some questions,
Yeah.
yes, and I can definitely wonder.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, all right, God, you gave me this mindset, you gave me this writing, these
Mhm.
writings, you gave me this ideas, you gave me this big personality,
Yes.
you gave me Chelsei Ray.
Yeah.
You gave me that.
Just the name alone gives big. No, I always joke when I say this, but my government is Chakkera,
Uh-huh.
but it's spelled so differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I always be like, my mother knew I was going to be different. She even spelled my name different.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't find Chakkera spelled my way
Anywhere.
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 Yeah. I know a couple of Shakkeras and it is not spelled like yours.
It's not.
No.
I get a
Yeah, Chakkera.
Yeah, I get all that. I get all that.
Yeah.
My mother knew that I was different. And even if she didn't, she
Yeah.
started me on a pathway of being different.
Yeah. It rings.
It rings.
It rings.
It rings.
Mm-hmm.
So
we ringing together. Ding, ding, ding.
Which is
ding,
why
ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Today had to happen.
It had to happen. And I'm not even gonna hold you, Kara. When I say I was excited when you called me and said, Chelsei Ray, I want you on a podcast. I don't care what I had to do to get here. I was gonna be here.
Thank you.
And I appreciate because I ain't been in people's faces and then on their phones and moving other than my phone in a really long time. So I appreciate, because you just could have called me and said, oh, I'm proud of you, and that's it. And you had a whole platform. And I don't know what this going to do. But I thank you. Tyler probably call me tomorrow. We're going to Atlanta.
We're going to Atlanta. Listen.
We're going to Atlanta.
I'll book the flight.
Yeah. We're going to Atlanta. But yeah, I think it was time. And we've known each other for a long time, and we have not talked every day. And but I know you were there, and whatever the case may be, we would still check in with each other from time to time. But it's our time.
It's our time.
It's our time.
Yeah.
And we gotta rock with it. Whatever happens.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the red carpet. I see the red carpet, your Prada suit and my gown, and some multi-million-dollar ring on my finger by an actor. I don't know.
Yeah. Look at her. You got another story. You got another story.
Let me write that down. It makes Celeste me turn.
Right. Part 2.
Money Make Me Come Part 2 is definitely coming.
Yes.
It's definitely coming. But that big sister, little brother book, I'm telling y'all, that's going to be the one. And I want big sisters to read it and give it to your little brother. And, if it's for his birthday, whatever the case may be. But like I said, that's coming in the summertime. I'm not going to say what month, but it's sometime in the summer.
It's funny. You dropping in the summer.
And what you doing?
And my project
is in the summer.
The
summer 25.
The summer 25.
Crazy. Mean, nasty work in 25.
Today, I figured out what date I'm going to drop, like the actual date.
Okay.
I'm going to drop the project.
Hold it.
Oh, no, I am.
Okay.
No. That's why I'm very, vague. A project.
Okay.
Because although you and I have talked.
Yes.
And my team knows. Because my team that did the flyer and stuff like that. She was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to do this for you. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, you gotta get ready.
And I'm like, and then we were talking, and she was like, yeah, that photo shoot that you keep putting off. With this project,
yeah,
you're gonna have to do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I was gonna come here in a plain old Nike set that I had found, and I said no.
Right.
I got put on for Kara.
Thank you.
So let me go on and get this Chelsei Ray tatted up on here.
Yes.
And I got black female author on the back.
Yes.
I had to turn up.
Yes.
I saw the quality, so I had to match the quality of what was going on. Great. I got these glasses. They had it for 2 for $25.
Yes.
So I put these ones on for Kara and all inclusive podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
I had to turn up a little.
And I got the Trust Your Dopeness sweatsuit on.
Love it.
It is a local brand.
Okay.
And when I mean the quality is amazing, I typically wear things that are local brands.
Okay.
That people may not know about.
Okay. Okay.
Because I want my viewers to be like, oh, that sweatsuit was dope.
Go look for it.
Yeah. Trust Your Dopeness. You could go on there, IG, and order up. And this is a custom.
Big custom.
Yeah, this is a custom.
You such a hood nigga. It's insane.
Hood nigga church girl.
Hood nigga church girl. That's a good title.
Hood nigga church.
Hood nigga church girl.
You know what?
But would the hood nigga be a girl and the church girl be a boy? Should I tap into that?
You should. Hood nigga church girl.
Hood nigga church girl.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we're going to end on that because we done got titles and stuff like that.
We done got inspiration.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's anything that you can say to someone who is just starting to dream, what would you say? We're going to end on that.
Keep dreaming. Get up and do it. If it bothers you to the point where you can't sleep at night or you getting up randomly in the middle of the night, you be like, why can't I sleep? Because you need to put your ideas out there.
Yeah.
And just put it out there. It's good enough that you just put it out there. Let the rest, whatever happens, happens. But it's just put it out there and see what happens. You got to put it out there. And go get money, make me come.
Yeah, please.
Go get money, make me come on Amazon. It's $10. Believe in yourself and believe in me. I got to sign your book.
Yes. I got my book in my bag, but yes, I definitely need to get my book signed. And honestly, I think Chelsei done said pretty much what needs to be said. Go, do what you dream of.
Yes.
God didn't give you and make you unique for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Well, he has.
He has for nothing.
He has for nothing.
Yeah.
He's done that for a reason. So, honestly, like, people are waiting on you. That's my biggest, like, people are literally waiting on you. There is a area that won't even be developed because you ain't stepped out.
Yeah. Because it's for you.
It's for you. And no one else can do it.
Nobody else can do it.
But you.
I'm telling you.
On this Good Friday.
On this Good Friday. Wave your palms in the air like you just don't care.
And with that, we're out.
We are out.